Well, good evening, friends, and welcome back to the channel. Axel and I made it up to the cabin tonight, and we're going to tackle this project. What I want to do is bring a drip line from our spigot here and run a leg down the length of the cabin to water these 14 Jack Forrester plants. Then I want to run a second line over here to water our flowers. And you know, it's getting warm here in Utah. Last week or so, it's been in the 90s. The cabinet's a little bit cooler, but it's still only about 10 degrees cooler up here. So while we're away, we always worry about our plants not making it. And I'm going to share a few tips with you to make this job a little easier if you have the need to establish some lines at your place. Because the tricky part's always putting your tubing to the connector. And I find it difficult unless you do this one trick. Get you a pot of water, get it hot. I brought mine slightly to a boil, took it off the stove, and it's been outside here for about 5 minutes now. So I'm going to put my ends into the water to soften them up. I'm going to use a pressure reducer. This will take my pressure that comes from our well, which is about 70 psi, take it down to 25. Then I got this coupler here that will go onto the pressure reducer. That's just a compression fitting that'll go onto my 1/2-inch pipe. See, that's nice and soft now. So I'm going to put this end here, and I find if you use some gloves that are grippy, I just have these gloves from my office. These are all reverse threads, so they're not righty-tighty, lefty-loosey, but just the opposite. All right, now I'll later cut this to fit, but using this warm water makes this job simple. If you don't soften them up, then you're really going to struggle and get frustrated. Nice and soft. Push that on over the nipple. And again, reverse threads. I should be in good shape. All right. Easy peasy if you use nice, warm, hot water. Should be good to go. Now I'm going to go ahead and attach my reducing valve to my timer. Again, that's going to take my pressure down from 70 that comes from the well down to 25. What I'm doing here, I'm not going to attach this yet. I'm going to give myself a couple inches so I can bury the line. So I'm going to take off my compression fitting, put the end in my warm water, there, all the way into place. Put my fitting back on. Now I don't know exactly, I haven't made my trench yet, and perhaps that would have been the best and the smartest thing to do. But I'm just getting things set up tonight, and I'll make my little trench across the walkway. I picked up these stakes that I'm going to use to keep my 1/2-inch tubing in place. So I'm going to take a couple out of the bag and get an idea where I need to tack things down as I'm working here. Well, let's step back and review what we accomplished this evening. So I got my 1/2 inch line tied into my timer here. Tomorrow when I make my trench, I'm going to obviously bury the 1/2 inch line below the walkway. And we'll run this line to feed the Jack Foresters. So tonight I'm going to have to pick up some more of these stakes for the 1/2 inch line. We'll want to secure it here behind the AC unit, so that's nice and secure. Hopefully the raccoons won't bother the line much. So I'll pick up some more of these. Then we'll run our 1/4 inch line to each individual plant, and we should be in great shape. Coming over here to the flower section, this is what I did. Just weaved my line through, around. And I think with the layout that I went with will allow us the flexibility if we want to add more plants on the sides. We won't have to go too far to get our water. Then here at the end, I just use this little clamp that you double over your tubing. That pinches it off. I'll secure this down with another spike. So yeah, not too hard. We'll finish this up tomorrow by burying our 1/2 inch line, get the timer set, so when we're away from the cabin we won't have to worry about whether our plants are going to die. We all know they're expensive enough once, and nothing more frustrating to come to your vacation home, your cabin, and find that things didn't survive while you're away. Appreciate you watching, and until next time, this is Alex with Adventures with Alex and Tammy.